Hello, I am Michelle Hope Walker, actress, comedian, civil rights leader. Michelle Hope Walker, rapper, singer, Blondie Pink. And this is my one woman show, Black Woman Waiting for the Bus. And this is May 3rd, 2025, Saturday. Oh my gosh, where's the bus at? Oh gosh. Oh, no. I don't need a ride. Nope, I don't need, I'm good. I don't need a ride. I'm waiting for the bus. You see, I'm standing right here at the bus sign. I'm waiting for the bus. Yeah, no. No, I don't need a ride. Oh God, here's the officers. Oh, it makes me feel so unsafe when I'm here waiting for the bus and the officers, police officers ride by, and it's not to help me, but it's because they literally think I'm doing something wrong. They're suspicious of me standing here waiting for the bus. I'm standing here as close up on the sign as I can so people can see I'm waiting for the bus. I'm not selling nothing. I'm not in house. I'm not homeless or anything. I'm waiting for the bus to go home. You know, I just had a great time where I was. It's it's a little bit late, but that's okay. You know, there's no curfew on the time that Black women can be out. you know? And so I'm not waiting for the bus. This one bus will take me straight home. No, I didn't take any rides from anyone there because, no, I feel more safe public being on the bus. As women, we have to watch it, from SAs to R's, just getting a ride home, plus you don't want everyone knowing where you live at, right? I have a car, but, I'm taking the bus, for it was just an easy drop off and then easy to get back on, and get straight home. It's that easy, It's just sad that while you're out here catching the bus, you have people riding by either trying to buy you, sex traffic you, or the police who are supposed to be there to help you, looking at you suspiciously like you're doing something wrong and you're just waiting for the bus. It's always good when there's a person of another race at the bus stop, because also you know that the bus will stop, because the bus doesn't always stop when it's just you, the Black woman, at the bus. And then especially when it's at nighttime, which is very scary, because I one time was waiting for a bus. I had went to an event, and I was on a different side of town from where I live, and so the bus moved a little bit slower over in that way, right? And that last bus of that bus, which I got there just in time to catch the last one, and I'm standing at the sign, and the bus driver looked right at me and went right past me. I was so scared, because I was like, how am I going to get home? And then someone explained to me that maybe I could catch one bus to go down to the next other area to catch another bus that could take me close to my home. And then, once I get more closer to my home, my area, the buses run more frequent. But it was so scary, because I thought I was stuck out there. And I thought maybe then I would have to walk home, and waiting for the bus is challenging as a Black woman. So most definitely walking home in the dark is even more challenging. You don't know if you would get there, if someone would try to snatch you up. And so many times we hear so many stories where people have, by gunpoint, kidnapped women at bus stops. So you want to be by a lit area, and you're hoping that really no matter what race is there, that maybe somebody else is there, and then you hope that if someone is trying to do something wrong to you, that they would at least tell a person to stop or get help or something. It's challenging because I see other races at the bus and they don't experience this. People are okay with people who are not Black catching the bus. The police don't ride by the person who is not Black, and they're not suspicious of the person who is not Black. When police ride by and see the person who is not black at the bus, they actually care about the person and seem to be looking out for that person's safety. So it's the color of my skin that makes people value me less? Because I'm a black woman at the bus stop, they think I'm doing something wrong? I'm a taxpayer. I pay to ride on the bus. I'm a good person, have many college degrees. I'm just catching the bus home. I find that so amazing that because I'm a black woman out here catching the bus, that people tend to think a lot of negative things about the black woman catching the bus home. My home that I've lived in for 13 years or more. Wow. It really reminds you and lets you know how real racism is. Try catching the bus. Go to a neighborhood or area that, I want to sing you to sketchy there, but could be sketchy. I'm standing in an area that I don't really feel is sketchy because it's my people, it's my black people. And just because a neighborhood has a lot of black people in it doesn't mean it's sketchy or a bad neighborhood. So I say that to say that's what other people might think or say, at least those people that would look at me standing at the bus stop and think something negative because I'm at the bus stop. Because other races can stand at bus stops and catch a bus all throughout the night and day, and no one thinks nothing bad about it. But when a black woman is at the bus stop, fully dressed, fully clothed, it's chilly out, so trying to stay warm. But even with all the clothes on, even our own people, even our own black people, you ride past and think you need help. Again, think you're hoeing or think you're homeless. All because you're catching the bus. It is so challenging for black women in just catching a bus. People all of a sudden come up with all these thoughts and ideas about you that are not true because you're a black woman catching the public transit. I thought that's what public transportation was about. They're always talking about they want to get us out of our cars to help the climate in the air. I have a car, but I'm catching the public transportation. That from what I understand, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a service that the city provides. Depending on where you live, city, county, your state, provides. It should be safe for everyone. You shouldn't have to worry about that public transportation will pass you by when you're at a bus stop because you're a black woman. And you shouldn't have to worry about that because you're waiting for a bus. Because I'm waiting for a bus different times, daytime. I know sometimes coming from the airport and you're catching a bus. If your plane gets in late, it's late and you're out catching a bus and you still got your bags from traveling. They'll look at you at the bus stop and won't pick you up or think you're homeless. But you just came back from traveling. Now again, other races can have the bags, the suitcases, and everything they want to have. And the public transportation bus stops for them. They don't put any negative thoughts on them. Wow. So it reminds me again and lets me know again, it's the color of my skin. Now I love me. My family loves me. My community loves me. But evidently there's people out here that don't love black women. And I say that in a comedic way because I am a comedian, Michelle Walker. And as challenging as racism is, I make light of it. because it's something that us Black women have to deal with every day. Being mistreated, being devalued, not being seen, being looked at in a suspicious way, all because we are Black women. You know, it reminds me of when I read that they said Sojourner Truth talked about the most hated person in the world is the Black woman. Because people still don't like Black people. And people still don't like women. And we're both. I'm Black and I'm a woman. Now, I love myself. Oh, yes. Oh, I love myself. And I pray for those that, you know, do racist acts towards me or mistreat me because I'm a Black woman and they don't like Black women or they think less of Black women. It's just sad that Black women have to experience all of this waiting for a bus to go home or to run errands, and the people who are not Black can get the joys out of riding public transportation. It's interesting. So this one woman show has been about a Black woman catching the bus, a Black woman trying to catch the bus, because sometimes the bus will not stop for the Black woman. And the bus driver can be Black. Could be even a Black woman driving the bus. And she will also pass the Black woman. Dressed just like me. You know, because you have to say that because some people think, oh, you must have done something. You must have done something. But you know, when people say that, when people talk about racism that they've experienced and they still blame you, the victim of racism, on that still it must be you, the victim that did something wrong, for someone to be racist against you, or they tried to tell you, oh, it wasn't racism. It's just because, you know, well, how were you dressed? Or what did you look like? Or what time of night was it? That I know of, we're free. That we can move about all times of the night. It's not a crime for Black women to be out at different times of day or night. Yeah. So, I'm your girl, comedian, civil rights leader, actress, Michelle Hope Walker, rapper, singer, Blondie Pink, and you have been watching my one-woman play show titled Black Woman Trying to Catch the Bus. Black woman at the bus stop. All she experiences, just trying to catch a public bus home.